Besides Nostradamus, humanity, due to its prophecies, still takes an interest and is confused by mysterious predictions that span a variety of global events and phenomena. The blind seer passed away in 1996, but she left alarming predictions that have come true in the years following her death. For 2024, Baba Vanga made some predictions, some as frightening as the previous ones. Stay with us as we explore the prophecies for 2024, which are about to come true and shake the world. If you like videos like this and haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button right below this video. Comment below if you have heard of Baba Vanga and her predictions. Baba Vanga, whose real name is Vangela Pandiva Gustera, died in 1996 at the age of 84. She supposedly predicted events that terrified the world and even predicted her own death. A native of Bulgaria, the clairvoyant believed she gained her powers during a terrible storm that caused her to lose her sight at the age of 12. Since then, Baba made predictions about a series of historical events and became known as the Nostradamus of the Balkans. It is believed that she had a strong vision, with 85% of her predictions being correct. Some of her predictions came true after her death, bringing frightening forecasts for the future. If you are wondering which of her predictions have come true, we will talk about that shortly. Now, let's look at the prophet's predictions for 2024. The assassination of Russian President Vladimir Putin by a compatriot in 2024, while the war in Ukraine continues. The death of the Russian leader will supposedly plunge the world into greater uncertainty. She also warned of terrorist attacks across Europe and a major unnamed country carrying out biological weapons attacks in 2024, according to some interpretations of her predictions. Before her death, Vanga predicted that Europe would be under Islamic leadership by 2040, the return of communism by 2076, and the resolution of the global hunger crisis between 2025 and 2028. By 2300, humans will supposedly achieve time travel, followed by man-made natural disasters starting in 2341, making Earth uninhabitable. But don't worry, as Vanga claims that human immortality, assimilation with aliens, and communication with God will happen by 4302. According to her, the end of the world will only be in 5079. However, it is important to note that while many prophets have made predictions about the end of the world, the reality is that God said no one knows the day or hour of his coming except the Father. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Watch and be alert, for you do not know when that time will come. When the Lord says that no one knows the day or hour, he is referring to the truth that no one knows when his second coming will be. Many people over time have tried to predict the second coming of Christ, but it is impossible to predict the Lord's coming. The second coming of Christ is often confused with the rapture of the church. Many scholars consider these two eschatological events as the same, but they are distinct events. The rapture will occur before the second coming of Christ, as this will not happen until the end of the 7-year tribulation. No one can predict when these future events will occur. The rapture is the catalyst for the remaining eschatological events, as the faithful will be taken to be with the Lord before the 7-year tribulation. After the 7-year tribulation, the second coming of Christ will occur, during which Christ will return to fight in the Battle of Armageddon. You can read more about the Battle of Armageddon in Revelation 19 verses 11 to 16. During this battle, the Lord will defeat the Antichrist and the false prophet. Jesus will reign victorious over evil and destroy all those who turned against him. The second coming will be drastically different from his first coming. The Lord has already given us the opportunity to place our faith in him through the knowledge of the gospel, but in his second coming, he will bring the fulfillment of the complete promises of our salvation. After the end of the 7-year tribulation, Jesus will reign as king for 1,000 years and then establish the new heavens and the new earth. When God establishes the new heavens and the new earth, the world will be exactly as God originally intended in the Garden of Eden. There will be no more death, pain, or sorrow, but only happiness, joy, and life. The second coming of Christ is an event that we should all look forward to with anticipation, as it will be a significant event in eschatology. If you are already a believer, you can have confidence in the knowledge that you will return with Christ in his second coming. All the faithful who died or were raptured before the 7-year tribulation will return with Christ to fight in the battle of Armageddon. While this may be frightening, we can trust in the Lord and his future plans. The seer also predicted that a devastating earthquake of great magnitude would occur in the United States, of such magnitude that it would change the course of the Mississippi River and cause many lives to be lost, as well as significant material damage. This year, an unexpected earthquake has already occurred in the United States, a 4.7 magnitude quake that struck New York City on April 5. Fortunately, it did not alter the course of the Mississippi and did not cause serious damage to the city. The epicenter was in Lebanon, New Jersey, about 45 miles from New York. But we are only halfway through the year, with much still to come, and we do not know what the future holds. Will there be a terrible earthquake that will shake the world in general and the United States in particular, as Vanga prophesied? Besides the earthquake, Vanga also spoke about a powerful tsunami that would attack the world. According to Baba Vanga, who supposedly predicted the 2004 tsunami in Indonesia, another even more powerful tsunami is expected to hit the Asian continent. The mystic predicted that new cures for diseases like Alzheimer's and cancer would be invented this year. It seems unbelievable, but nothing is impossible with the rapid development of world medicine. Recently, President Vladimir Putin stated that Russian scientists are close to creating a cancer vaccine, which could soon be available to patients. He said, "We have reached a significant milestone in the development of next-generation cancer vaccines and immunomodulatory drugs. They are expected to be effectively used soon as methods of individual therapy," Gia stated at a forum in Moscow about future technologies. However, he did not specify the types of cancer the proposed vaccines would target. Additionally, recent studies have confirmed progress in developing a lung cancer vaccine. The UK has allocated funds for 2 years of laboratory research and initial manufacturing of 3,000 doses of a DNA vaccine against lung cancer, as announced in a press release from the University of Oxford, located in Oxford, England. It cannot be denied that the world will have a positive outlook for cancer patients, and we can fully expect a miracle to happen in 2024. Baba Vanga also predicted a massive economic crisis that would impact the global economy in 2024. Factors such as rising debt levels and increasing geopolitical tensions will be the reasons for this. Already this year, millions of Americans are struggling with persistent inflation, preventing their ability to secure a financially stable future, as highlighted in a recent study released by Allen Life. The UK entered a recession at the end of last year due to high inflation and the cost of living crisis, affecting Prime Minister Rishi Sunak ahead of this year's elections. The country's gross domestic product fell 0.3% in the fourth quarter of 2023, after a contraction of 0.11% in the previous 3 months, putting the economy in a recession, defined as 2 consecutive quarters of declining GDP. Japan also witnessed an economic contraction in the last quarter of 2023 due to slow domestic consumption. Japan's economy shrank for 2 consecutive quarters, with the country's GDP decreasing by 0.4% in the last 3 months of 2023 compared to the previous year. It also fell to 4th place on the list of the world's largest economies, behind Germany, which had a 2023 nominal GDP in dollar terms of $4.5 trillion, while Japan had $4.2 trillion, according to government data. The economy of the United States, the world's largest, expanded by 2.5% in 2023, up from 1.9% in 2022. In the current quarter, from January to March, the economy is projected to be growing at a slower, but still respectable annual rate of 2.1%. China is also facing economic obstacles. Regarding cyber attacks, this may be one of Baba Vanga's most impressive predictions, considering that the internet was still in its early stages when she died in 1996. The mystic predicted that hackers would increase their attacks, especially against vital infrastructures, creating potential security hazards worldwide. In this same vein, Vanga predicted that cyber hackers would intensify threats to national security, targeting infrastructures like power grids and water treatment plants. More recently, AT&T announced that a dataset found on the dark web contains information, including some social security numbers and passwords of about 7.6 million current account holders and 65.4 million former account holders. It is still unknown if the data originated from AT&T or one of its suppliers. The company, based in Dallas, noted that it launched an investigation into the incident and also began notifying customers whose personal information was compromised. Apple and other companies have also revealed cyber attacks in recent years. As for the prediction of a nuclear disaster, Baba Vanga said its consequences would be extremely far-reaching, affecting global politics, the environment, and all of humanity. This event has the potential to destabilize international relations, provoke conflicts, and lead to changes in the global balance of power. There are speculations, however, that critics argue that oracles can be influenced by social and cultural contexts, and that interpretations of prophecies can vary widely. One aspect to consider is the possibility that Baba Vanga's prediction has symbolic or metaphorical meaning. Prophecies are often based on symbolism, and interpreting them literally can lead to misunderstandings. What is needed is to interpret the predictions with an open mind, as well as consider alternative interpretations to fully understand their message. Baba Vanga warned of increased terrorist activities in Europe and suggested the possibility of a major country engaging in biological weapons tests or launching attacks. Currently, the conflict between Israel and Hamas and the invasion of Ukraine by Russia remain prominent issues. Indeed, because the balance of international power has changed, it is debatable whether China's development can offset Russia's rapid decline, so that the power to balance the West is gradually weakening. There are more and more democratic countries and their power is strengthening, as in Eastern Europe and India. NATO is gradually expanding eastward, and a pattern of encircling China is also taking shape. Many territorial disputes between Russia and China are being unearthed from history. Russia's dominance over Tatars and many other ethnic states in the southwest and China's dominance over East Turkestan, Tibet, South Mongolia, and Hong Kong are becoming less recognized by the world. In the old days, all people needed to do was grow up, have a source of income, form a family, spend time with it, raise children, enjoy festivals and fairs once a year, and wait for the last moment. They needed to worry about food, shelter, safety, and a bit of dignity or honor in society. Life wasn't easy back then, but it was simpler. Now it is very difficult to have a peaceful life, as we get to know everything about anything. We have developed the tendency to desire things, be it money, fame, skills, or anything else. We are overloaded with knowledge because of the internet and entertainment media. The whole idea of life is changing. We want to become successful people, entrepreneurs, have relationships, learn music, travel the world, get rich, and much more. We start comparing ourselves as we know what someone else possesses. This is the biggest villain of peace of mind. Today, most people worry too much about the future or live thinking about the past. This makes them live a sad and unhappy life and not able to live a truly happy and prosperous life. Have you ever stopped to think about who you really are? Knowing who we are in the deepest part of our being is not just a journey of discovery. It's the key to unlocking a truly happy and abundant life. Often, we spend days, months, or even years looking outward, trying to find satisfaction in material things, status, or what others think of us. But what if I told you that true joy begins within you? Yes, embarking on the journey of self-knowledge, you not only understand your true passions and fears, but also learn to live each day fully, without the anguish of future worries. Imagine, if you could wake up every day with incredible clarity about your life, knowing exactly what makes you happy and what needs to be changed. Imagine having richer and more rewarding relationships because you understand your own limits and needs. Wouldn't that be liberating? Self-knowledge allows you to free yourself from future worries and bad thoughts from the past and start living a life full of happiness, prosperity, and abundance. The future is uncertain and the past cannot be changed. You can only live now. Remember, knowing yourself is the first step to a life of true happiness and success. If you want to learn more about self-knowledge and how it can help you have a truly happy, prosperous, and abundant life, click now on the link in the first pinned comment to learn about our self-knowledge manual. The wrath of nature is something Baba Vanga predicted would occur in 2024, including severe weather events and natural disasters. According to a published study, global heat waves are occurring 67% more frequently, with maximum temperatures during these heat waves having increased compared to those recorded 40 years ago, and the area affected under a heat dome has expanded. The study also notes that from 1979 to 1983, global heat waves typically lasted an average of 8 days, while from 2016 to 2020, the duration increased to 12 days. Additionally, the World Meteorological Organization stated that there is a high probability that 2024 will register another record year of heat. Baba Vanga also predicted that an orbital shift could cause devastating natural disasters around the world. Here are some other predictions from Vanga that may pique your curiosity. Messages from space. According to her, the first contact with aliens is expected to occur in 2024. While it sounds like science fiction, many are eagerly awaiting a possible intergalactic chat. The dragon that will take power. Another of the mysterious predictions would be a new world force, an unusual natural phenomenon, or the emergence of artificial intelligence that will surpass everything we know. Donald Trump and the mysterious illness. While political predictions are nothing new, this adds an intriguing touch to the potential return of the controversial politician. Death of a young leader. One of the predictions is related to the death of a young leader, which began the end of the old empire. This may have been the prediction of the death of Alexei Navalny, an opponent of Russian President Vladimir Putin, which occurred on February 16 this year. Putin in danger and European trials. Predictions of political upheaval and danger are not limited to one area, indicating Vanga's vision of global tension. She directly announces the assassination of Putin. We must not forget climate change, which is expected to bring critical consequences, a cure for cancer that promises hope for many, and quantum computing, which promises a revolution in technology. Nostradamus also has similar predictions for 2024. He predicted that Putin's leadership will dance with his destiny in the year of the dragon, facing challenges and opportunities. China, with its global expansion, is expected to ascend to unparalleled prominence, perhaps even overshadowing other superpowers like the United States. The medical world will be full of revolutionary advances in the field of artificial organs, which could revolutionize transplants. Artificial intelligence will have a major breakthrough, transforming various sectors and possibly ushering in a new era of technological wonders. Finally, Western Europe will witness the rise of a charismatic young leader whose influence will spread across the geopolitical landscape. The first prediction is the tango with the dragon in 2024. The year 2024 is when dragons exist not only in fantasy novels, but also in astrological charts that influence world leaders. Putin is set to dance with his destiny in this year of the dragon. Will he gracefully navigate the challenges, or will the dragon's fiery breath be too much? The cosmic dance card is set, and the world watches with bated breath. The second prediction is related to a powerful country in the world that is currently opposed to America, China. According to his prediction, this year China will go from the Great Wall to the Global Hall. China has already caused quite a stir. Its global footprint is expanding faster than a spilled cup of green tea. Nostradamus suggested that they could be the next world leaders. Will they be a leading world star or offer a broader menu of international collaborations? The future fortune cookie remains undiscovered. The third prediction is to print the future organ by organ. Imagine a world where your 3D printer produces a brand new liver along with a morning newspaper. By the end of 2024, we could be on the brink of such biomedical miracles. Thanks to Nostradamus, the future of organ transplantation could be as simple as choosing a model, clicking print, and a fresh heart comes out of the printer. The rise of artificial intelligence is something almost every prophet mentioned, also being Nostradamus' fourth prediction. From intelligent assistants to rulers, 2024 is the dawn of a new technological era, where artificial intelligence is not just about asking Siri about the weather. Nostradamus envisioned a world where AI-driven innovation is not only smart but revolutionary. From doctors diagnosing diseases with AI to robots possibly making the perfect coffee, the future is automated and hopefully exciting. If Vanga prophesied that Europe would be under Islamic leadership, Nostradamus also had a vaguer prediction about Europe, the European rise. The vague meaning here is that it is unclear whether the next European leader will be good or bad. Somewhere in the beautiful streets of Western Europe, a young leader will rise with the narrative power of Shakespeare and the charm of a modern influencer. This individual is predicted to influence the masses and reshape geopolitics. Will he be a beacon of hope in turbulent times or a catalyst for unforeseen changes? Only the hourglass of time will tell. While we wait to see how these prophecies unfold by the end of 2024, and when they come true, let's remember the events that frightened the whole world as they took shape. One of Vanga's most mentioned prophecies is the cry of America. In a chilling statement made in 1989, Baba said, "Horror, horror, the American brothers will fall after being attacked by the steel birds. The wolves will be howling in a bush and innocent blood will gush." For true believers, the steel birds refer to the hijacked planes. It is also remarkable that she uses the word Bush, which can be interpreted as a reference to then-President George Bush, who would lead the wolves of American military might in the retaliatory war on terror. Upon hearing this, you might guess that she was referring to the attack on the Twin Towers on September 11th in the United States. At that time, the United States was plunged into the darkness of pain and helplessness. The giant indeed fell, but rose again. She seems to have predicted her own death. According to a 1990 interview, when she pointed to August 11, 1996, as the day she would leave this mortal world. Indeed, that is what happened. But as with all aspects of Baba Vanga's mysterious and fascinating history, the precise facts about what this woman did or did not say will likely remain lost in the mists of folklore forever. About Barack Obama and Donald Trump, Baba said that the 44th president of the United States would be black, which came true when Barack Obama took office. However, Baba also said that the 44th president would be the last. In another presidential prediction, there are claims that Baba predicted what would happen to Donald Trump. She said that everyone would place their hopes on him to end something, but the opposite would happen. He would lead the country to ruin and conflicts between the northern and southern states would intensify. Donald Trump is also a name that frequently appears in The Simpsons' prophecies. About the assassination of Indira Gandhi, former Prime Minister of India, she was assassinated in 1984. She was the country's leader during the early 1980s, ordering a military attack on the Golden Temple, the most sacred site of Sikhism. In October 1984, Indira Gandhi was assassinated by two of her bodyguards in an attack apparently motivated by revenge. In 1969, Baba Vanga had a vision about the Prime Minister, saying that the dress will destroy her. She saw an orange-yellow dress amid smoke and fire. On the day Gandhi was assassinated, she wore a saffron-colored sari. Baba Vanga also claimed to have predicted a terrible event that unfolded in the city of Kursk, Russia. The clairvoyant made the prediction in 1980, claiming that the city would be covered by water and the whole world would weep for it. A total of 118 crew members died in August 2000, when a nuclear submarine sank near the city. Many of Baba Vanga's predictions have been related to the weather. The psychic predicted the extreme weather events of 2022, suggesting that several major cities around the world would be affected by droughts and large-scale water shortages. In the UK, July 2022 was the driest since 1935, and a drought was officially declared on August 12. Other countries in Europe, such as France, Italy, and Portugal, faced the same problem. Baba also stated that Australia and Asia would experience floods, which also happened. In a world where the future remains a mystery, we still like to turn to legends like prophets Baba Vanga and Nostradamus. Their predictions for 2024 promise a mix of scientific advances and global upheavals, from a miraculous cancer cure to possible contact with extraterrestrials. Let yourself be carried away by the most exciting and some quite incredible prophecies of Nostradamus and the great seer Baba Vanga. In a world facing uncertainties, Vanga's predictions are a source of interest, hope, and, for some, a reminder that the future is unpredictable. Believing in her vision or not, her words remind us that the future is woven from the actions of the present, and perhaps that is the secret to her enduring influence. With her predictions, Baba Vanga painted a picture of the future that is both exciting and admonitory. Whether her predictions for 2024 come true or not, they remind us of the power and mystery of human curiosity and the desire to understand what lies ahead. In a world of constant change, perhaps it is this desire that drives us forward. For those who have made it this far, we have a special gift. For watching the video to the end, we have reserved a copy for you at 50% off. Click now on the link in the first pinned comment and get this copy at a discount before you leave this video, and discover how to have a truly happy, prosperous, and abundant life. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel now.